Why is it okay to shoot up Teslas and blow up Tesla car dealerships and shoot up Tesla car charger ports? Why? Why is that? Well, guess what, YouTube? It's not okay to do that. And Pam Bondi, the United States Attorney General, will charge you with domestic terrorists if she finds that you sponsored or had anything to do with such acts. Look, Democrats, stop picking on Elon. We all knew that one day these geeks and nerds would smart their way all the way up to the top. And now I know it's not fair. Because looking back, I'm like, why are these geeks and these nerds getting all the accolades? It is not right. And it shouldn't be that way. These brainiacs shouldn't be running this country. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. It should be, traditional scammers and insurance salesmen. It's just not fair. But that does not give you the right to blow up and shoot up cars and blow up car dealerships and shoot down Tesla charger stations. Look, stop it, Democrats. My name is Marcus Russell. Please, for the love of God, I'm pleading with you, leave Elon alone and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get right to it.
Knows exactly why he's become the Democrats' public enemy #1.
Shit.
And they basically want to kill me because I'm stopping their fraud, and they want to hurt Tesla because we're stopping this terrible waste and corruption in the government. And well, I guess they're bad people. Bad people will do bad things. If we weren't succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste, they wouldn't care. But we are succeeding. Really, we're just implementing the will of the people.
And President Trump's...
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I had a scheme at work where I was getting billions of dollars for decades for me and my friends, and then some geek got hired and it messed up all the money and might possibly get me locked up, I would want him unalive too. I promise you. Look, now they done messed it up for everybody. They can't throw their gay music festivals all across the world. They can't funnel money through different organizations to their pockets. They are steaming. They're pissed at you, Elon.
Praising his tech support for a job well done on the SpaceX rescue.
Elon's able to do that with his genius, and you have people that hate it. And I really believe these are people that hate our country. It's a big problem. But you know, there aren't so many of them. There are many more that love our country.
Sandra, was last week the Democrats were blasting Trump for the stock market going down, and now they're on stage rooting for the stock market to go down.
This is a very uncomfortable moment for an American governor to be rooting down an American company headquartered in Austin, Texas. I mean, those employees count on that stock for their bonuses, for their pay. It's a large part of the compensation, the way they attract and retain top talent at the company. Caroline Leavitt, as you know, we often get the White House press briefing as you watch our show every day, Greg. America Reports, and Caroline Leavitt briefed today, and she was asked about this. She was asked about Governor Walz's words, and she said, I think it's pretty sad. She said, unfortunately, Walz is living a sad existence after his defeat in November. So she had sort of a drop the mic moment. But I think this is a case where Democrats can probably learn that rooting on the demise of an American company does not fall into the category of turning their party around. They should take note of that and perhaps, continue to revamp the party. I say that as Jessica staring me down.
Oh, Jessica, were you staring her down?
Absolutely not. I would never do that to Sandra. Do you want me to say more?
Not really, but go ahead.
You guys know, I think Elon Musk has done a tremendous amount of good. I think Starlink is one of the more exciting modern discoveries or creations that there is. I, again, reiterate, I draw the line at arson. No one should be setting cars on fire. But I would argue, no.
But these Democrats,
free market point, but also
free market.
We talked about
burn them
Dylan
down.
Mulvaney, a single trans influencer who was on a single can of beer for months. And that can of beer set the conservative movement on proverbial fire.
Yeah, but they didn't blow up no Budweiser places.
The Anheuser-Busch side of things. Kid Rock out there doing target practice with Budweiser cans, people vowing to decimate that brand. And Dylan Mulvaney has much less of an impact on people's lives than Elon Musk does. So is that okay? Or that was wrong too, and everyone wants to mea culpa over that? It was one can of beer with one transgender person on it.
No one was intimidated not to buy Bud Light.
Really? Then why did it drop?
No,
why did they lose market value?
Because it wasn't Dylan Mulvaney.
We don't like
it was
gay
the
beer.
marketing person who denigrated the people who drank the beer.
Really, Dylan
That
Mulvaney
came out.
didn't get denigrated?
She did. He did.
Sorry.
I correct myself.
It's good that you did that.
No, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's basically it. Also, on the Musk wasn't allowed to get the astronauts down. The timeline doesn't add up. This NASA administrator from last summer, Bill Nelson, said there was no discussion of that whatsoever, didn't know about the offer. And NASA officials have said that late February was the earliest that the crew could return without interrupting other scheduled missions.
Oh, okay. So they were just hanging out in space for 9 months.
Well,
that's all it was.
if you read articles about it.
Oh, if I read articles about it?
Well, what else was I didn't call them up.
Okay, so they weren't stranded. They were just spending a great time up in space.
Okay.
You know, it was one thing to shoot a can of beer and another thing to throw a Molotov cocktail at a $50,000 car.
Yeah, last
Thank
time
you.
I checked, there weren't conservatives setting Budweiser factories on fire. There were not crazed conservatives keying Budweiser vehicles or trucks around the country. That wasn't happening. But look at this. I mean, Elon Musk rescues 2 astronauts who are up there for 286 days, and this is how he's thanked. We'll light your businesses on fire. And
Come on, America.
Absolute absurd behavior of the left. He triggers liberals so much. I mean, to watch Tim Walz there talk about joy in his day of the stock app. Like I pulled up the stock app on my phone. I'm not Nancy Pelosi. I don't follow it minute by minute. So it says welcome to stocks on my phone. On his phone, he's tracking Elon Musk. He's excited when it drops to 225. Well, sorry, Tim Walz, you're having a bad day. It's now at 235. And it's not just him, Mark Kelly, the supposed moderate, the guy who's such a moderating voice in the Democratic Party. Every time I get in the car over the last 60 days, it reminds me of the damage from Trump and Musk. Who gets in their vehicle and for 60 days, the thing on their mind is how much they despise a politician? This is entirely abnormal behavior.
Democrats. I'm with you on the hating the geeks and on top stuff. I don't think it's right. It's not right. And he an African geek too. This is preposterous. At least let an American nerd expose billions in fraud and fraudulent spending. You know what I'm saying? It's already some Indian geek in the FBI dismantling the FBI. When does it stop, YouTube? But literally attacking the businesses of federal employees, that's beneath all of us Democrats. So really, y'all need to stop it. That's the type of stuff they do in South Africa, where Elon is from. That is not the America that I don't trust but do love. That is not this America. You know, if you want to act like that, you want to burn down stuff, you go to Africa with that stuff. You don't do that here in America. This is the Marcus Russell Show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, peace.